Hey everybody, this is Minion Soldier and this is the Piracy Show, and today, once again, we're talking about the Drake Caterpillar. Is it really a pirate ship? Now, there's a lot of, there's always been a lot of lore, and even a few people on Spectrum or the forums back in the day are like, all Drake ships are pirate ships, those rapscallions, that sort of thing. But is it really a pirate ship? I mean, right now, it seems to be more of just a low-cost, pretty damned efficient cargo hauler in, I would say, in the in-between zone of like a medium-sized to a small-sized cargo hauler. Obviously, better than some cargo haulers out there, but against some of the big boys like the Hull Lee, it really doesn't compete. But is it really kind of a pirate ship, Is it a pirate ship by virtue of the fact that it is kind of like this efficient modular design that once we find out what these modules are, we might be able to do something with those modules to perhaps enhance its combat capability? Like, let's say all those cargo modules can be swapped out with turret modules that have a gun facing out in either direction so you can fire broadsides at an enemy. Is it a pirate ship like that? Is that how it's going to be realized? Or is it strictly based on its easy availability and its basic efficiency as a cargo hauler? Is that kind of what makes it a pirate ship? The pirates are looking for something to haul loot, and this is cheap, reliable, and plentiful. It's a Drake ship, so it's probably going to be pretty rugged and pretty forgiving in how you treat it. So they just went, yeah, you know what? That's the ship for us. Is that what makes it a pirate ship? I think that one of the biggest problems that the Caterpillar runs into is its real world price point. When the ship was first introduced and first sold at $225 back in 2012, I think that what you're getting for a ship, it was actually something of a steal, what you're getting for the ship and what you can do with it currently. Whereas right now, sitting at just a hair under $300, I think that given what's on the ship right now, I think that that's a little bit too much. I think that somewhere around when they hit the $245 price point, I think that that was kind of as close as you're going to get to a price, at least in my opinion, that I think was appropriate for the ship. Because even though it is a fantastic cargo hauler, especially right now, and people might look at it and say, oh yeah, but look at all the hundreds of thousands of credits that you can make with this ship right now. True, but for trading in the game right now, all we can do is fly around this little planetary system right here, the planet and its moons. There's nowhere else for us to go, and so of course with trading we're going to see a large price differential, but to get that same price differential in the future, when we're talking about interstellar travel and traveling across different star systems, chances are we may have to travel across a few star systems to see those same price differentials in the future. I don't think that, it's not going to be quite the money printing machine in the universe when things start to count. Once we get to that point in the beta where they're like, okay, everything counts now, you're really earning money. So, this is it. I think in the future, we're probably going to have to travel a little bit further to get the same kind of profit that we're getting out of the ship now. So I think that a big question for pirates really is am I buying a pirate ship here right now? Like, this ship, is this a finished pirate ship? Or once it's fully fleshed out, is this the finished pirate ship? Or are there going to be modules and whatnot that actually make it a pirate ship down the road? And what I'm building, or what I'm buying rather, sorry, is the framework that allows it, the framework that I can transform into a pirate ship at a later date. So I think that the question really is am I buying
the potential of a pirate ship, or am I actually buying a pirate ship, Is it a pirate ship in the sense that it's a good stripped down hauler, doesn't cost a lot, at least in universe maybe, so that it's something that pirates could easily afford, easily acquire, and they could use to haul away whatever loot that they get? Or is there some hidden potential in the ship that is going to be realized at a later date that is going to actually make this perhaps a little bit more of a fearsome opponent in the future? It's kind of, that's where you kind of get down to it. I mean, is it just like a really good hauler with a getaway car built into it where the command pod can just detach and fly away? I guess maybe if the ship is disabled or otherwise possibly somehow apprehended by the UAE, you can quickly run into the command pod and just detach and fly away and escape. Or it's kind of becomes a bit of like an intellectual puzzle. Is it a pirate ship simply because you use it for pirate activities, or is there some hidden potential that's going to make it a pirate ship? If it is indeed even a pirate ship to begin with, or is it just a ship, and if pirates use it, then it's a pirate ship? It's kind of one of those weird puzzles almost. That's always, in the end, I think that's gonna be kind of the wrestling match around this ship. Is if you use it as a pirate, then it automatically becomes a pirate ship, or is there something in the design that makes it better for piracy rather than other ships? Is it just the built-in getaway car? What is it, And I kind of hope that there are going to be certain ideas explored in the modules that make it more of a pirate ship, whether they be turrets, or maybe there's going to be, if they keep the current interdiction method or model in the game, perhaps there's going to be one of those cargo modules can be swapped out for an interdiction module. Who knows? If you're a Caterpillar owner and you have this ship and you're planning to use it as a pirate, do you look at it and you say, you know what? Once they get all the doors fixed, once everything's running, once the command pod is detachable, good enough. That's my pirate ship. That's what it's supposed to be. It's just supposed to be an affordable, solid hauler. Or are you expecting maybe a little something more out of this ship? Any ship in the Star Citizen universe really can be a pirate ship. I mean, I guess you could make a pirate Orion if you wanted to. You could make a pirate Reclaimer. You could make a pirate Idris. You could make anything into a pirate ship. But it's always seemed to be that the marketing around Drake was that this was the pirate's choice of vehicle. Is it simply because of that price point, because of that kind of no frills attitude to how it was built? Or is there something yet to be seen? For me, I'm in the middle on that. I look at it and I say, you know what, there's a lot of stuff I like about the ship. And yeah, I would like to hear about the modules and all of that. But for what I have, I'm for the most part satisfied, though at $295, I kind of feel that I think it's due for an upgunning. I would like to see the dual turrets turned into quad turrets, definitely. The command module, I mean, I realize that it's just the escape ship, so maybe it's not really going to require that heavy armament. It's meant mostly as kind of like a lifeboat or something to get away with. So as long as it's fast, I'm pretty happy with that. I think that the sensors, the prongs on the front of the ship, that's something that I feel is underused, something that could be explored in the future. As for the modules, I mean, is it just simply going to be a hangar module, a barracks module, possibly an interdiction module? Who knows? I'd like to hear about that stuff, but the ship that I have right now, if everything worked, if all the doors worked, if everything was working just fine, I think with an upgunning, I would be satisfied with this ship entirely. I think that I would be pretty happy with this ship the way it is. Just turn the dual turrets into quad size 4s, and I'd be pretty satisfied with that. I mean, after all, I mean, it doesn't have a missile launcher on it. I mean, potentially, I guess with a module, you could put a missile module on it, but for the way it is right now, yeah, I think just upping the turrets would pretty much put me, you know, in the green. I would be like, yep, no, I'm good with it the way it is, and I see some definite potential here. If there is going to be a more combat-oriented version of the Caterpillar in the future, say like a Type B or whatever, I would like to see it built off of the existing framework, like something that you would go to ArcCorp or Olisar or wherever, and you would get these different modules swapped in and get this different equipment planted on your ship. I think that if we were to do like a more expensive combat variant, I don't know. I don't think I'd be too pleased with that. I would rather see the existing ship modifiable through in-game credits. But yeah, those are my thoughts on the Caterpillar. Of course, you know, I've got the Pirate Caterpillar version, the skin. But I'm hoping that in the future we'll find out a little bit more about the Caterpillar and something that'll make its pirate status a little bit more than skin deep. Anyways, that's the show for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching. So if you want to keep up with the latest and greatest in the Star Citizen and Squadron 42's development, please follow us on our social media channels. See you soon.